Okay, Lucas, that's important because you have a say in there.
So this pine comes from Poland, from that guy who collected trees in quarries.
Huh?
So it's 70 to 80 years old,
Okay.
possibly. I was thinking if it's suitable for bonsai or if I leave it for a Nivaki tree. So I just made some very rough styling of main branches, and after the couple of years I had this tree, I think now it's...
So it's
I would like to see it as bonsai.
So it's been in this pot for in this container for a couple of years.
Yeah,
just sitting here.
I got this tree like 5 years ago, so it's already established, healthy, and
Yes, because pines, you know, they get all the strength from the roots.
Yes.
So that's why I'm asking you that question
and I would
as
like
to how
now
long. Okay.
see it as a bonsai.
You want to see it as a
probably,
bonsai.
because it's too small for a proper Nivaki tree.
Yes.
A little, yeah. So
But it's too big for a bonsai,
yeah.
Yeah.
on the other hand.
Well, it's challenging, Walter, because you have a nice trunk lines, but you have such a long tree. It's huge, right? Which it's completely out of scale. You know, so the first immediate question is, I see we've put a bar here to stabilize it, but the biggest question is, do we keep this or do we immediately say that it's going to get reduced and this will be an interesting feature of a piece of deadwood here, but, you know, much shorter in here. So that's I have just started looking at this tree and I've only seen it from this angle. It's so big that it's challenging to try. We have to try to turn it around, angle it to start, yes? But my question is, we have these two, these are kind of crossing very awkwardly. Do we keep one of them or do we say both of them are going to go and this will immediately reduce the optical weight of this tree, correct?
But even if you cut this off, it's still too big.
Yes.
Okay, so let's
Well,
let's assume that we cut this off, gin this somehow
To start.
to start with.
Number
so
one.
this
Is gone.
Is a possibility. Number one, this is gone. What do you do with the rest?
Well, then we have to say, once that is reduced, now where is the flow of the movement going? So we have this wonderful trunk line that's coming up. This is probably a very important branch. This branch can be brought down. Then we say we need depth through this tree. So, you know, this probably could be an important branch or this to be brought back. The challenge I'm having is I'm only looking at this tree flat right now in this angle. And so I need to see the tree from every direction so that I can start to understand where to put the remaining branches and where to continue to reduce it. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Stay here. Okay. This is done. This is cut off.
Correct.
This you love so much. This is why I gin it and leave it. We're not losing this, but all of this that I'm now holding, the whole side is dead. Everything here is dead.
Right.
You see what's left?
Yes.
Let's start to look like behaving, okay?
Yep.
So you can have a gin here, have a little crown here. So that for me is option number one.
Okay.
Which is okay. Yeah, that could be the thing. The next thing is.
And hold on, if I do that, then I could pull all of this down into kind of very visually interesting shari there to give it even more visual impact.
So to understand, while we think this is fabulous here, even if we gin it, it's still fabulous.
Yes.
So most people would not think that to leave this. Now let's see the other one. This is dead. This is not here.
Right.
I do the opposite. Everything that I'm holding now is off. Everything is away. And this is the crown here. And this is hanging down here, being a radically different sort of tree.
I like that a bit better.
Yes.
The reason I like that, Lucas also likes this a bit better, is because this is a bit boring. This is a bit weaker looking. This has much more movement and is much more better taper. It's much more dynamic. And so it could be, you know, a crown here with this very first dramatic branch here, where this is a little bit more, it's weaker looking of the two options.
So we have two options which we like and one we like better. And we're still not really feeling sorry for this.
Right, that's gone.
So this is gone. So do you mean whatever we do, this is gone? Because
Correct.
I mean, we could, just for the heck of it, we could kill everything up here and make this a cascade. Well, yes, we can do that. Would it be a good cascade? No. So this is not an option really. This we might as well forget. Okay, we have two pretty good options. Now, most people would say, okay, you have to decide now about the option and then work. I've good news for you. You don't need to decide now. You postpone that final decision.
I'm free.
You're free, but you start somehow to get closer to a decision. How do you do that? You do your homework. You see what has to be done. Small little things like, you see this long gin? Well, this may be a nice gin, but certainly not that long. Okay, so we cut them. Okay, and we do this properly. We cut him nicely. So we spent time this year. Then this year, we decided this has to be gone. So we decided here and here, then we take off the bark, and then we decide it's too long. And so we play on this for a couple of hours. And then we have this nice gin. Of course, we took away the option of using this, but we were pretty sure, almost 100%, that this is not needed. In bonsai art, you never are 100% sure. You have to live with the fact that maybe, but you have to make one decision, and then there's always one decision which is easy to make. The next one is, do I need something? Even if I cut everything off, this I would not. This will be the top, and this will be. So this one, whatever I do, has to go. Fine. So then I take off. Then I gin it, and already knowing that it's probably too long, but I give it a chance, and then I decide no, it's too long, and then I cut it here, and then maybe I cut it even here. It doesn't matter. You work on that gin, and you will be surprised how much better that already looks. So you think, well, when does the art start? We're right in the middle of it. People are shocked, like, well, we're just cleaning up. Yes, doing artistic bonsai is basically mainly cleaning, really. So you just take off whatever you are very sure, and what will be left will be fine. However, we so far have not even made a decision whether this is the top or this is the top. It's still open. But when we have done all our homework, it will be look a lot better, and then we can turn the tree around. Maybe to find that what we thought was the front is the back. It happens in bonsai. So and then we do something like somebody is hiding some part with some towel, and then you look at it. Maybe you sleep over this for one night, and then you have to do something. And this is the point where many people will not really jump in. But I know you will do it. You will make a decision. And you will not even ask my permission, or you just do it, because all of a sudden you're sure this we will do, and then you do it, and this is how to go about it. And if somebody later on says, yes, I would have done, of course, there's always a person who says, I would have done that. That's interesting to know. That's good to know. Thank you very much. Okay, so and just move on. Okay, are you sort of ready for this fight?
Fight, ready.
So how come the smallest girl here gets the biggest trees? That's not fair. Anyway, I think this is a challenge for you. How we give you every time she has the most difficult tree. That's kind of cool. Do you do this on purpose? Okay. Anyway, super. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
I probably would just cut the half of this branch and try to
possibly
use these two nice branches, loop them back. And
to compact it.
To compact it.
That's possible if we could compact and bring this back in.
Because I find always when you have a double trunk or multiple trunk, to keep more than a single trunk is a more interesting option, in my opinion. So I would not cut it right away as a first step, but
so this long off gin is gone.
Yeah, of
this
course.
This part of it is gone.
Yeah, this is too long.
I would first try to loop it
Yes.
with a thinner one before I cut anything away there. If I break it, I still have the other one to...
Maybe.
Yeah, right. You just loop it and break it. If it doesn't break, they made a decision itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Jennifer, dramatic change. What a difference. Can you tell us about it?
Certainly, Walter. Wonderful pine. This tree had some challenges. It does not have much of a nabari whatsoever, and it had this very, very long, straight branch that went and completely extended out all the way to here with some foliage on the end. So the challenge is, how do you bring in a tree like this? Because if the nabari were much wider, then it would be much easier, because the tree is still a little bit too wide right now. So the challenge was trying to bring all of the branching in, and then trying to work with this very dominant piece of wood here, trying to thin this out. Also trying to find some movement, within. So my idea was to try to create almost a tree that's kind of dancing with as much movement as I could in the lines of the tree.
It's not kind of dancing, it's really dancing. This is the most dancing tree I've seen in a long time. This is fabulous compared to how we started out with. This is very unique. So it would be difficult to tell what style this is. People will say, is it a literati? No. Is it a moyogi? No. What is it? Well, it is a Jennifer Price tree, which is it's a dancing ballerina, which doesn't care about what other people do. And that's the very best you could have done with that tree. And I'm so happy for you. This is a real masterpiece. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Walter. What would you change in the future? Like, to me, it is still too wide. So, would you try to bring more of and compact more of one side than the other?
No.
No.
I would bring it in the right pot. The right pot for me is, for this is definitely a female. It must be a female pot. It must be a pot like this, not a small round pot, but a pot like this. A lotus pot, not an oval one, but an oval one with its things there, and it also must have not straight sides, but sort of bulging, a little bit baroque but elegant. Okay, and then it could even be for a conifer, unheard of, a glazed one, some delicate, nice glaze. This is a lady in the heights of her beauty. Okay, so but she's not young anymore. So do some subtle sort of color there, and that would be perfect.
This tree taught me a lot, because it was also very brittle. And so trying to work with something that, I thought about, really cranking something forward, bringing something in, and it would only allow so much because it was so brittle. So it's interesting when trees, you're working with them and you're getting the feel for them, how they will teach you as well.
Most people think that you have some plan in general what you want to do, and then you take some piece of material and then you put whatever plan you have onto that material. I think that's a very bad idea. You have to see what you have and then find out what's the very best for that tree. Not for you, but for that tree. Where can he or she shine? Okay, and you found that out of a radically different piece. People will be surprised if they see the before and after picture here.
I was wondering if this was working, because it's almost two parallel lines, or if that was a negative with this. But they have so much movement to them that it kind of works, I think.
There will be quite a few people who are confused, because they have to learn that the first branch is in 1/3 and it's horizontal, or it is a literati, so this does not fit any of the molds we were ever taught, because the tree didn't offer any possibility. So you took what you had and made something of it which may well become an icon tree. So, this is how you to style that tree. Anyway, I'm really very deeply impressed.
Wow, I'm a bit shocked. I have a long way to go, so I'm a bit shocked.
Some other ideas about this here?
Lucas, are you happy? This is in your nursery?
I was worried about how this
how it would turn out,
because
I was too.
it was meant to be a Niwaki tree first, so after such a reduction.
By Niwaki, for people that don't know, you mean a garden tree. This was meant to be by a koi pond or something originally.
Much bigger, wider, everything.
Yeah.
But now I'm really satisfied, and I just would like to see it maybe more compact on the right side in the future, but it's just a detail. The structure and everything is very, very unique, very nice. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Walter.
Thank you.